Hi, everybody. We're not starting yet. I got 30 seconds and I'm going to fix this shit because I forgot to fix chat. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sen. Hi, Mika. I forgot to fix chat, dude. Put some stuff in chat so I can see, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Please put some stuff in chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. That's great. Awesome. It really matches the vibe going on right now. Great. Hi. Perfect. Hi. Hi. How's it going? Big. Oh. Oh God. Oh lordy. Oh lord. Oh lordy. Lordy. Okay, great. That looks terrible. I hate it. Too big. Too big. Okay. That's kind of fixed. It's a little better. It's a little large. Okay, then, you know what? The large police. Okay, excuse the fuck out of me. You know what? I'll make it smaller. Hold on. I'll like do only 3 at a time. How about that? No, that's still too big. It's too big. It's too big. I'll do like that. Perfect. How's that? Is that good? How's that? Is that good? I hope so. I got ghosts and shit covering it sometimes. Oh God. Okay, put that there. Great. Anyway, so the police are seem pretty large. Okay, we're gonna start book club now for real, guys. Okay, let me go see if the girls are ready before I unmute them. Are you guys ready? I'll mute you.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to On the Same Page Book Club. This is
Woo!
our October. Oh my God, I almost said August. October bonus book. Jeez Louise. So good to see everybody. Let me move chat so I can fucking see. And welcome. I'm your host. Thanks, Mika. I'm your host, Kylie, Kiele, Stress Lemon Zest, Stressed, Zesty,
Pumpkin
LZ,
zest.
Pumpkin Zest for Halloween. Thank you.
Pumpkin zest.
Pronouns are they, she. And our starting question of the day is what's your favorite animal? Do an easy one.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Do an easy
Okay.
one.
I just like breathed a big sigh of relief.
It's an easy
Last time was inanimate objects. I was like, what are those? This time we're doing animate objects.
Yeah, animals. And it's kind of on brand for the stuff we're doing today. So, I'll answer first. Elephant. That's my favorite.
Why?
Elephants are my favorite animal because they've been my favorite animal ever since I learned what they do if their young passes away. They're just very empathetic creatures. So like if a baby dies like prematurely, the mothers and the herd will stay with the mom and let her grieve for like weeks at a time, and sometimes she'll even pass away with her baby. Yeah.
Oh.
And the herd won't
Elephants
move
are
on.
like
So sweet.
Are elephants like a
So
matriarchal
sad.
species?
I don't know actually. I
Because
can
I
Google
think
that.
like lemurs are matriarchal in nature. I think.
Elephants are a matriarchal society.
Fucking badass.
They're led by the oldest and most
Wow.
experienced female.
Hell, me too. Me too. Hell yeah.
Love that. Cute. Amazing. I love
Love
them
that
even more now.
kid.
Didn't even know that.
I love an elephant fact.
That's a rock fact. Sorry. Not important. Okay. Next up we have
Cassidy.
Okay. Okay. Right. My name is Cassidy.
Mhm.
Uh, also Cass or Cash of the Ass and Cash duo. Uh, she, her, and let's see. Favorite animal? I like birds, particularly birds that talk. Uh, I like
That's a good one.
cockatoos the best, I think, because they fucking dance. Uh, yeah, and they're funny. They'll sing too. God, I don't know if you guys know. This is not a cockatoo. This is a different talking. But there's Apollo, the parrot,
Uh-huh.
online. He's a little bird celebrity, and he's my favorite. And he knows he can identify objects and he can count to 4. Uh, and he likes pistachios.
Oh.
Celebrity.
Cute.
That's a celebrity. Yes, I like birds that talk.
You. That's actually my worst nightmare, but I love that for you. I don't like birds, but I'm glad you do. That's what's important.
Dang, thank you.
And lastly, we have
Hmm. Um, I'm Ashley.
long reading
Also,
it. I wonder. Continue.
no one else? No one else?
Turn is it now?
Um, also Ass in the Ash or the Cash and Ass duo. Also, someone sent a video in a work group chat of Ashley nicknames, and this one made me laugh. These two made me laugh really hard. So the Ash slinging slasher
Oh my
or a
god.
sweep at the wheel.
Oh.
I was
Ash leap at the
like,
wheel.
both.
Oh no. Ashley's both.
Like, yes, to both of those because I sleep all the time. Um,
And you slash
I'm
people?
always sleeping.
Let's go back to that one. Hang on.
Yes, and then
What?
I won't go into any more.
I said
I go
because
by
you
she, her.
slash people and you go, yes.
Oh, god.
Oh
Um,
my.
I
Oh
support
my.
women's
I do
rights
feel
and
like
wrongs. So,
more like
Slash
swipe,
everyone.
not slash.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Um, I realize, okay, I've told Kylie and Cassidy this. I have no self-control with sweets, and I've known this about myself, but sometimes I reach a different kind of low. So, like, at work, my manager has, like, a little box of candy that she keeps for, like, when we do trivia or whatever, and I'll go in her office and take some, and she re-hid the box, and I was like, "Oh, man, she knew I was here." So, or maybe other people were stealing it too, I don't know, but I was like, "This is a different low," like, where I'm literally sneaking into my boss's office and stealing candy like it's a problem.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
The
so
fact
I
that
was, like,
she
swiping
re-hit it.
things.
The fact that she was like, hang on, stuff is
I
going missing.
hold on.
Wow.
Or she
I
probably
love
saw
that.
me go in there and I didn't realize, and then I left. Anyway, equally as embarrassing. So,
I like that.
yes.
I like that story. I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah. It's bad. Or there was an old assistant manager like a year or two ago, and like if we have any sweets, she was we were cool, but she would be mean and not but say it in a funny way. You know what I'm trying like for example, she would be like, "Wow, is that like your fifth donut?" And I'm like, "You're the only one counting, Heather. Just leave me alone." She would do stuff like that all the time, and I'd be like, "Why don't you mind your own business?" Yeah, it's my 3rd donut, leave me alone. Anyway, yeah.
And I'm happy, aren't I, Heather?
Right, I'm happy. Favorite animal? Hmm, I don't know if I have a favorite animal. I feel like I don't really have favorite things.
Oh.
I don't
Mm,
believe that, but okay.
What do
Because
you mean?
I know you, and you
Okay.
Kids
definitely have
shouldn't
favorite
have
things.
favorite things.
Okay. Anyway, Ashley's
I
lying
just
on
feel
twitch.tv, but
okay.
okay.
I'm not
These are
lying.
a
I think
few
I'm
of
just
my
indecisive.
favorite things. Silence.
I think I'm just indecisive because I feel like for the longest time it's been sloths, but I don't think they're my favorite anymore. And then I haven't really
Wow.
thought of a favorite animal after that.
Wait, so is this because I'm asking a follow-up question to that because is this
Okay.
because you were given sloth everything at one point and now you're like I cannot have sloths anymore. I have to get this off
No,
of my identity. Because if that's true, then I take a part of that because I did in fact give you a sloth related gift. So,
no, it's honestly it's not that. I think it's and this is gonna sound really cynical,
okay.
but I think it's one of those things where it's like I really like them and then like it's like at first it was owls. Everyone was obsessed with owls, and
Yeah.
then everyone was obsessed with cows, and then there were sloths, and I think it was just like, oh, like my favorite animal is like a trend. And like now it's capybaras. Remember it was like llamas and now it's capybaras.
Capybara. Capybara, capybara, capybara,
Yeah.
capybara. Sorry.
So I'm kind of like, does that make me lame
Okay,
that
so
that's my favorite animal? Because that's like literally everyone's trendy favorite animal.
I want to reiterate what Ashley just said. Ashley said I don't have favorite things. Then Ashley just said my actual favorite animal is a capybara. So just
No,
run it
no,
back.
it's actually not. It's not. I'm
Okay.
saying that I stopped that slots I liked, they were my favorite, but then they became a trend. Like
Okay.
they were on everything. And so I'm like, does that make me lame? Like,
Mm,
and I was saying capybara is an example of like that is now the new trendy.
I
Everybody
see.
thinks
Okay,
they're
okay.
cute.
Okay, okay. I see. I see.
So I was like, oh, it's like but then I'm kind of like, does that make me really cynical? It's like, I'm not cool anymore because everybody else likes them.
Um
It is.
It
It
makes you
does.
a
The answer is
hipster.
yes. Right, and
it
that also makes me wanna throw up.
it doesn't make you cynical. It just makes you there's a word for this and it's really
A pick me
bothering
girl,
me.
and it makes me wanna throw
No.
up a
Oh my
No.
little bit.
god.
I mean a little, but like that's not the word I'm looking for. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like no, because there's an actual word for it. Like you, God, it is kind of, but there's a word
It's
for a
like
pick me
because it
girl.
makes me it makes me like every other girl, and it makes me I'm not like other girls.
I'm not like other girls.
God.
I don't like sloths or capybaras. I, in fact,
'Cause
like sea
I
slugs. So
I liked
get
them
over it.
before everybody else liked them. No, it's probably still sloths. They're just still cute.
They are
They're
cute.
just funny.
I
There's,
think you're like I think you're just too self-aware.
uh huh.
I think I overthink.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well, that's
true.
Um
true.
um
That's very true.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue on that
So,
one.
yeah.
Sorry, I just took a big bite of dinner. Anyway, um,
Yeah.
so should we do our review of the book?
Let's do it.
What do you think?
Let's do it. In book club? What do you mean?
What? We do review books here? That's crazy.
This is map club, Kylie. Come on.
Let me get out of here. Actually, I gotta go. I gotta go. But today we're doing reviewing. Not doing. We're reviewing Bewilderment by Richard
Wee.
Powers. That should have an S on that. My bad. My bad. I'll fix that right now.
Richard Power.
Boom. There we go. This is the non-spoiler section. We're gonna give our non-spoiler review, and then we'll go into the spoiler section. Cass has the synopsis. I'm gonna remember that we need to read that before we tell our review. So, Cass, do you want to say the synopsis really quick?
Okay. Do. The astrobiologist Theo Bryan. Nope. Byron? Bearn. I don't know. The astrobiologist Theo searches for life throughout the cosmos while single-handedly raising his unusual Robin following the death of his wife. Robin is a warm, kind boy who spends hours painting elaborate pictures of endangered animals. He's also about to be expelled from third grade for smashing his friend in the face. As his son grows more troubled, Theo hopes to keep him off psychoactive drugs. He learns of an experimental neurofeedback treatment to bolster Robin's emotional control, one that involves training the boy on the recorded patterns of his mother's brain. With its soaring descriptions of the natural world, its tantalizing vision of beyond, and its account of a father and a son's ferocious love, Bewilderment marks Richard Powers' most intimate and moving novel. At its heart lies the question, how can we tell our children the truth? Beautiful, imperiled.
I again took a big bite of dinner, thinking there was more we were gonna say.
That's it.
Hold on. Let me chew my quesadilla.
We're all gonna listen.
No. Okay, so this is our non-spoiler review. This was actually Cassie. Oh my god!
See, ew,
Ah!
what?
I have to go! I have to leave! I have to leave right now! Oh my god.
Who's Kathy?
I'm
Oh
sorry.
god. Oh my
I'm sorry.
god.
I just had a 10-hour shift at the hospital, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. I literally went to say Cass and Casadilla, and it came out that way. I'm so sorry.
Ay, ay. Oh no.
God.
I have a client at work that every time he sees me, he goes, "Hi, Cass ID," and I'm like,
Oh, sure.
"Hello." Okay.
Anyway, God,
Anyway,
I want to jump over a bridge or something. Anyway.
you're gonna jump in
Stop.
front of a bridge.
Yeah, I am. I'm
terms
gonna
like
crash out right the fuck now.
vertical or horizontal? Are you like "you shall not pass" bridge, or are you like floating in front of the bridge on the water?
Are you gonna?
Anyway.
I hope it's a "you shall not pass" way. I like that idea.
Yes.
Muffin. Hold on.
Oh,
My dog is
see,
being evil.
see,
Mm.
she's got the energy.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had to yell at my dog because he decided to have the zoomies and destroy the couch. Anyway.
Muffin
Couches.
is too big for zoomies.
Yeah, he does get them. He does get them. Muffin, you're not
I'm
in
still
trouble.
traumatized.
Could you just not run on the couch like you're crazy?
He jumped on my head,
That was funny.
on
Anyway.
top of it.
He
He's
just
such a
loves
large
you.
dog.
He just loves
He's such a big dog.
He is big.
When I came home to Goose, I was like, "You're so tiny." Because Kylie's dogs are so large.
They're very
They're
big.
such large dogs.
They look bigger than on camera also. Like camera, you're like, oh,
This
okay.
is no, this is so true.
yeah, they are bigger.
Because Muffin's just fucking thick.
Yep.
He's a tank. And then
Mhm.
Dobby's so tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're big boys. They're big
big.
boys.
Big guys.
I'll never forget that one time Isaac and I took him for a walk when you guys were away, and we took him to the park. And I was like, Isaac, you need to hold him. And then the grass was a little wet, and Muffin took off, and he dragged Isaac through the grass.
Oh my god.
We were like, and I had Charlie, my dog, and I was like, oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
goodness.
He is a freaking mess, dude. Yeah, he's so jacked. He also looks way more jacked than the last time Ashley and Cassidy
Oh
saw
my gosh.
him.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
When I tell you, I did not, because I feel like the last time I saw him, he was still kind of baby. But now he's like just pure muscle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like
Dang.
70, 60 pounds of muscle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
He's big dog.
Big guy.
But imagine now picture Kylie like walking down the streets with these dogs, because Kylie's got this like the special like leash that goes around your stomach to hold them. And so just
Oh yeah.
imagine like these massive fucking dogs, and Kylie's got them strapped to her waist. Are you kidding me?
No man talks to me. I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna tell you that right now, which is a
That's so
blessing.
good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yep. They cross the street when they see me, which is
Mm,
so funny because my dogs are not aggressive in any way. They really just want to
no.
have pets and say hi, but they're massive, so they just.
But you see these big dogs jumping, and you're like, oh god,
Mm-hmm.
No.
They're just babies. Just babies. Okay.
baby brain.
They're
Okay.
just
For real, we're gonna.
just a
Okay.
baby.
We're gonna do
Anyway,
this. We're gonna do this.
anyway,
So, so as we're reviewing, we're gonna give our over. Jesus Christ. Let's just
you got
quit book
this.
club.
You got
Let's
this.
just quit it. Let's just stop. we're gonna give our overall
Oh
thoughts and
no.
opinions. We're gonna give our thoughts about the author's tone. We're gonna give our thoughts about how the author wrote. We're gonna give thoughts about the weight of the book. How hefty is it? Is it hard to read? Is it easy to read? What parts were hard or easy? We're gonna talk about our 5-star rating. How many stars out of 5 do we give this book? This book was Cassidy's Hear Me Out book, but we're coming up on the end of the year, and we actually didn't have to pull a couple of our Hear Me Out books, which is exciting. So we just have 2 extra bonus books, which is super fun. And this was one of them. So we planned it for October. So that October is kind of Cassidy's month because Cassidy also has October book as well, which is kind of fun.
God.
Mm,
Super fun.
super fun.
So Cass, since this was your book, and so you've read this. So for those who don't remember, Hear Me Out books are books that that person has read before and thinks that like the other 2 people need to read it for what X, Y, or Z. So Cassidy has read this book before. So Cass, we'd love to know, like, when did you read this book originally? Did you reread it for the book club? Thoughts? Go for it.
Yeah. Um, Gorbsy, first of all, Dick Powers is well endowed.
Oh my god.
That's all I have to say.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
you know
Chad's
you know what I
unhinged.
mean.
Jesus.
Uh, anyway, yes. So I read this book at some point last year and included it in my yearly review book PowerPoint because it was a book I wanted Kylie and I to read. Not to listen, it's a sad book. Not to be mean in any way, but because I love this author so much. Richard Powers is my favorite author. And I just want to be able to talk about the books. So therefore I make people read the books. But yeah. So it's been a bit since I've read this, but I of course adore it. 5 stars. Which I don't give lightly. I know I just stars. It might be like 4.8. But yeah. I adore Richard Powers' writing. I think it blends multiple different concepts that I like a lot in a book into one. He writes about science, he writes about like the current state of the world. He always incorporates like a lot of climate change. He talks about the arts and just like humanity. It's very existential. And I love that. I like a book that makes me like, I don't know, think about my world in a really big picture way. And I think Richard Powers books always do that. So yeah, 5 stars. In terms of weight, like I think his actual writing style is pretty light. Like it's not difficult to read his stories. It's not difficult to interpret his tone. Like it's very straightforward, but in a pretty way. Like it just reads nicely. But in terms of like weight, in terms of like reading comprehension, I guess, is like 2 weights out of 5. But in terms of
Okay.
content, like 5, fucking 5 out of 5. Because it's a heavy book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in terms of trauma, in terms of so this book was written pre for second election of Trump, and reading it after second election of Trump, you're kind of like, oh shit. It's kind of like going if you were to go back and read Fahrenheit 451, you'd be like, this feels a little scary accurate. So this was written without the knowledge this man would be our president again. And now that he is, you read it and you're like, oh, ouch. I'm scared. So it's also just hefty in terms of like the weight of the world, because there's a lot of like impending doom that when you read it in the year 2025 is a little unnerving. So weight, it was quite heavy. But it's fantastic. You should read it. Not because I want you to be sad. I would recommend it, but I would recommend it with a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
Be like, maybe wait until 2028 and see what the world is like and try again.
That's a good point. I also did forget
Yeah.
to read the trigger warnings for this book. The trigger warnings for
Ooh,
this book
yeah.
are mental health, PTSD, children in danger, harm done to children, death, grief, politics, environmentalism, social topics, harm done to animals, and ableism. So, and other things of that nature. So just be warned if any of those are like a lot. Don't read this book, maybe right now.
Yes. No hard feelings.
Anything else you want to speak on?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. Ashley, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm trying to remember because I listened to this book a long time ago, early this year, to be prepared for if it got picked randomly. But I agree with Cass where I think it was very I like his writing style. It was very easy to understand, but it wasn't like over explained or anything. Like it was a very nice listen. Um so like yeah, wait literally like literarily um I agree it's kind of like a 2, and then content wise yes, very heavy, very sad. um I think it also kind of reminds me of Seymour a little bit. Um
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Sure.
it's very
I
like
see that.
yeah. Um
Which is in our other book club for Cloud Cuckoo Land. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to that podcast. Ha!
Hey.
yeah, ha. Um haha. Um sorry. um uh I gave this book okay, so wait. I rate this book out of stars a 4 out of 5. Um because I rate did I have a good time? And I did not. I appreciated the time that I had, but it was very sad. Um,
She said, did I have a good time? I did not.
it was sad.
Oh my god.
But I think it's important. But it's one of those things where you appreciate the book because it talks about a lot of important things politically, but then it also talks about a lot of um, like when we were talking about the trigger warnings, like ableism, it's kind of like and especially us like just having the perspective of working with individuals who are in some way like have a disability or they're going through something and it's kind of like yep, it's like just leave this boy alone. He just wants to okay, I'm not going to we'll wait till
Yeah,
the
we're in the
spoiler section,
non-spoiler
but I was just
section.
I know, but there's a lot of times in this book where I'm like, just leave this man and his son alone. Just leave them alone. Let them do their thing. But yeah, um,
Oh, I
but
yeah.
I would recommend that book. I would recommend this book. Because I think it's one of those kind of like how on Earth We're Briefly Beautiful. It's not as kind of
Gorgeous.
intense as that book, but gorgeous. But it's kind of one of those things where like it's an important read. It's kind of like talks about, you know, this is a world we all live in right now. Like this is like,
Mhm.
we're not going to pretend that we're in a rom-com, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's very honest in a
Mhm.
way that hurts.
Yeah, not just like in a political way, but in like just a personal life way too. Like what they go through, and it's just like he's just trying to raise his son, and then one after another, it's like just leave them alone.
Right.
Mm.
But yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
I fear I'm going to be the villain of this podcast. I just know it. I just know it that I'm going to be a villain, so I need everyone to
So,
know that I'm evil.
Oh,
and
Probably.
okay.
that
All
she
right.
rates this book 5 stars.
No. So
What?
so I want to preface this with
What?
this year I did read Flowers for Algernon for a different book club. And I think that put a bad taste in my mouth for this book because there are very obvious parallels. Um, and I didn't like it. Not the book,
Mm,
but the parallels to Flowers for Algernon. And I did like the book better than Flowers for Algernon. But I still had some of the very same issues. I did like the perspective of being the dad and everything like that. But I want to say if that story bothered you, this story is also going to bother you and you will not like it.
mm,
So I want to preface that. So my opinion is in fact tainted because I do have a very strong parallel between the two. Which Richard Powers, he drew that parallel. Like that's not me just like he mentions it in the book. So I'm not like just making it up. Um,
mm.
so just know that. It is a better story, but just know that. Um, as far as weight of the book, I'm gonna go into that first. As far as the weight of the book, I think I really like how Richard Powers writes. I think he writes very beautiful. I did not mind all the descriptions actually, just because of it did all again feel like poetry. All the science goop was annoying to me a little bit, but I understood why. It's a very scientific book. It's fine. Um, but that's just because I'm not a big description-y person. But I did like um I did like how he writes. Like his tone is really like important, and I actually would really like to read something else of his. I think this like the actual story just was not for me, but him as a writer made me like this book was like, oh, I actually would love to read another Richard Power book that's not this book. Which I actually put the Overstory cast on my TBR because I was like, oh my gosh, Cass keeps talking about it, so I really want to read it. Especially because I know that I like his tone of voice and everything and how he writes, so that's exciting. But anyway, but as far as content, um, definitely, definitely a 5 for me. Also, it was very heavy. Um, just not only with the political stuff and like everything going on with like grief and things like that. But I would also say just the general like descriptions were also very heavy, which was great. But and they were easy to read, but it was very heavy. Um like there's a lot of scientific descriptions and a lot of like, oh, this the tree, and then the tree was, if a tree is a tree, then why is a tree and a lot of that, which is fine. But I was just like, all right, we gotta get to where we're going, please, please.
Right.
But and I think also I was more impatient because I was frustrated with what was happening in the story. But that's a whole other thing we'll get into in the spoiler section. Um. Anyway. Um. What else? I did overall thoughts. Oh. I'll say a little bit more of my overall thoughts about like the actual story. Um, I think the story in itself was just not for me, but I could see it being for people who are, and the existentialism didn't really bother me. It was really just a lot of like the ableism and a lot of
Yeah.
how situations were handled that made me really frustrated of why they were handled in the way that they were. And it made it a hard read for me because I think because of, and you guys, have different perspectives because we do work in similar fields, just with differentiating like populations and things like that. So I'd love to hear like your
Right.
perspectives. But for me, it was really frustrating of like, um, I don't want to get into it actually. I'm about to get into something that's a spoiler, so let me stop. But yeah, I just felt generally overall frustrated the entire book, um, which is not enjoyable for me. But it wasn't a bad book. I've got to give it like probably 3 stars, which makes me feel bad because I really hate doing that. But
That is crazy.
I know I don't like it. I really tried to rationalize it in my brain. I even read forums on Reddit because I was like, I need to like figure it out. But yeah, I'm anxious right now. I have a fidget in my hand because I'm anxious because I just gave the book 3 stars. Ugh, Richard Powers, I'm not mad at you. I promise. I think it just wasn't for
It's
me.
okay.
I'm
It wasn't
sorry.
your jam. That's okay.
Richard, don't stop writing. You're not as bad as Egg and Spoon, I swear.
Oh my god.
That book was
Yeah, Egg and
horrible.
Spoon was bad.
It was so bad. It was 1 star. It was 0 stars.
It
This one
was.
was at least a 3 star. It was pretty good. I just was so sad. Um, yeah, that's what I gotta say.
I think frustration is a very valid response to this book because
Mhm.
it really is just this dad and son, what Ashley was saying, never ever um in a way that is like earnest to the way that the world is, which is why I think it's like extra frustrating because you're like, this isn't fair, this isn't right, this isn't the way things should be throughout the entire book. But then you're reading it and going like, fuck, that is the way things are. I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so and I think a lot of times books are where people go to for escape. Um, and this book does not provide you with an escape.
No.
Um,
No.
so I think frustration is an incredibly valid response to this. I love listen, okay. So I like books that reflect on the world in a sad, honest way, in the way people like true crime. Um,
Mm.
especially like there's the like thing that women listen to um but it's and like you've heard people talk about it and that it's validating, that
Mm-hmm.
like when you
Mm-hmm.
hear like women listen to true crime, how preyed upon women are, and it in a way, even though it sounds horrible and is like confirms fears of the world, it's validating.
Yeah.
Tell these
Mhm.
stories and be like, oh my god, okay, so I'm not afraid of for no reason. There's there's a good reason for it. um
Yeah.
and I think that's what books like this are for me, that I want to I've always been the person that like I have to I Google things about feelings because I want to confirm that other people on Reddit have this way too. Um, and so Richard Power books are this for me, in the sense that like this is my thoughts on the world, and to hear it confirmed in writing makes me, oh, okay, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But his books are the opposite of escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I get
like,
that.
They trap you in the world you don't want to be in.
I get that.
it's kind of like a train wreck you can't. It's like it's not even that you can't look away, is that they're not letting you look away. It's like, no, look
Yeah.
at this.
So
Look
you're
at
like,
it.
I don't I don't want to. No, this is
Look at it.
I'm not,
Look at it. You're like,
you're like,
okay.
Richard, I'm not reading the news for a reason. Why'd you write about
Yeah.
it? Uh but yeah.
Yeah,
So I
I
guess
think
we can
that's
get into
completely valid.
spoiler. Yeah.
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 Okay, so if you have not read this book and you're like, I like to be sad. I like existentialism. I like stories of
Very sad.
father-daughter. I quit book club, guys. I quit. It's over. Ah, father,
It's okay.
son, relationships, complex feelings revolving around grief, and science experiments. This is the book for you. Go read it. Cass gave it 5 stars. Ashley gave it 4
If
stars.
that's you, please give me your number. We can be friends, please.
Put it in chat along with your social security number. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that.
Take my life.
Um, yeah, so if that's you, please go read this book. We're going to go into the spoiler section. I don't want you to be spoiled. This book actually does have some pretty good pacing and just really good like storytelling elements that I think were done really well, and I think it is worth a read if that's your jam. So please go read it. But we are going into the spoiler section. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, right now.
Oh,
Right now. I had to change it and I fucked it up. So if you're still here, you're gonna get spoiled. And this is where I hand it over to Cass because this is Cass's book. This is Cass's show. Here we go.
Ah, cash. I always expect the spoiler section. You know, like as a kid, when you wake up on your birthday and you like expect to feel older, and then you're like, damn, I don't.
Yeah.
This feels like a normal day. I always expect the spoiler when we go 3, 2, 1, spoilers. I always expect to have I'm a year older birthday feeling, and then it's oh, okay. We're talking about the same thing. Woo.
oh yeah.
Anyway, so I was sitting here like all this anticipation, and then was like, spoilers. Anyway, so let's spoil the book. Let's spoil the book.
Let's do it.
My first question is, are you okay? How you guys doing? Are we good?
That's a loaded
Are you
question
okay?
for me right now, Cass.
Are you okay?
I just
In terms
wanted
of
to
just this book.
Okay, I was like this.
In terms of just how you felt at the end of this book. Are you okay? Are we good?
No.
Let's just jump. Let's just get straight to it. Let's talk about the ending. How do you feel
Okay.
about it?
Sure.
Yeah, what
Let's talk about the ending.
So let's full spoil the ending. Are you ready, guys?
Sure.
So you go through this whole ordeal of this father-son and how their relationship builds following the son's mother's death, and just there's so much that goes on. And then at the end of the book, are you ready? We're in the spoiler section, guys. At the end of the book, the little boy dies. I'm so
He
sorry.
drowns.
Yeah.
That's
He
my worst
drowns.
fear ever.
He drowns. How'd you feel about that?
I I was listening to it and I remember very vividly. I was at the gym and I'm just going, "No!" And I'm like I dropped whatever I was lifting and I'm like rewinding because I'm like, I must have heard that wrong. Like, there's no way. And yeah, I was just like, "No!" Just screaming in the gym.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I was
That's when.
pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I said, what was this all for, Richard? You not once gave us a happy moment throughout this, and then you had to fucking kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
For real.
Yep. Yep. And I'm really mad about a lot of things in this book. That's one of them. Because not even that he died, but I think it's the fact that the dad was like, all right, I'm gonna wait till after this trip. We're gonna have one nice trip for mood stabilizers, which this kid obviously needs. This kid needs a mood stabilizer. Okay? Not a hot take. Not a hot take. He's smashing. I love how beautifully he wrote it. I understand his dad is super empathetic. He's super empathetic. He's unstable. He's smashing kids' faces open. He can't regulate at all to any point. He doesn't have any coping skills. And I'm so mad. I was mad at the dad probably for 90% of this. I'm not going to lie. I was mad at him.
Yeah.
I was pissed off because, and then because at this point, what part of it is negligence? What part of it lies
I
on
was
you that is negligence because you didn't give your kid what he needed and then you took him to the fucking woods again? I can't. Anyway.
I think it's also like to go off what you were saying is like denial.
Mm.
And I think kind of I run into this where I work because I work in like an early intervention. And then we have kids that are past the early intervention, but they still get accepted and all this stuff. And it's like you kind of think about like, okay, parent was probably a little in denial for a good part of their young life because, and I feel like he was kind of that way too. He's like, there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him.
Mm.
Correct. But he's struggling and you need to help him.
Right.
Like they're right. His whether he has a diagnosis, because I think it wasn't said, I can't remember, but they hint that the son is autistic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, there's nothing wrong with him. Right, being autistic, there's nothing wrong with that. But right, like you said, he is lashing out, being violent. Like you need to address that. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, he's just a boy and he loves nature. Great, he can still love nature and
The way that you said it, he's just a boy. He just loves nature.
well, I mean, that's kind of what the dad sounded like the whole book. I
Yep.
listened to it, so
Yep.
it
I
kind of
did too.
sounded like that.
I did too.
But it's like, right, these are professionals who are trying to help you. Or like, okay, you won't put him on a mood stabilizer, but you'll have him be a lab rat
Right.
in a behavior study.
Oh, that made me so
Okay.
mad.
All right,
Oh.
all right. Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
sorry.
get in. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this topic. I feel like it's going to be the hottest topic for the three of us. So
Mm.
neurodivergence is a huge topic in this, and just how that fits into society, how that fits into this father-son relationship, and how it's affecting Robin. So, I found a little sticky note. Again, this is when I was better about writing down quotes that I like. And I found a little sticky note that I wrote down on a quote from the beginning of the book that I really liked. It says, everyone alive on this fluke little planet is on the spectrum. That's what a spectrum is. Which is a comment that I liked because, so I have like this vivid memory of abnormal psychology and like I had many existential crises in college for one, but one of them was centered around abnormal psychology, and we were diagnoses and symptoms, and all of a sudden, That's So Raven, when all of a sudden she like zooms out.
Mm-hmm.
That was me in abnormal psychology, at 9:00 in the morning, and I was like, none of this is fucking abnormal. How is any of this abnormal? If that humans can do.
Oh,
And
Cass,
so, and
hold on. I'm gonna
it
pause
got
you
me.
because your mic keeps cutting out. Do you mind moving it closer to
No,
you?
it is
Think-
on my face.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Hmm.
Sometimes it just does this.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
I'm
repeat
gonna
that
like
last little
hold.
part.
I'm gonna hold still.
Okay.
About my existential crises and abnormal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just had like this moment where I was like, none of this seems abnormal to me, right?
Mm.
Like if this is something that people are capable of doing, and like I feel like everybody experiences different symptoms of different things at different lives. And I don't feel like any of it should be labeled as abnormal. And so that's something that I've always like felt within the like neurodiversity movement, is that in a way it's like aren't we all, I don't want to say aren't we all on the spectrum, because in a way a lot of power from people who find a lot of power by being on the spectrum. But it's kind of like a double-edged sword, I feel like, because if you take it too far, it's either way. You take things too far one way or the other, and it starts to do harm. Uh, and in a way, I think like viewing everything as a spectrum is a very accessible way to go about the world. I feel like why don't we just make the world somewhere where everybody exists and everybody has their needs met in an equitable way, uh, which is a utopia that will never happen. But at the same time, uh, there are cases in which like a diagnosis is vital for somebody to receive the help that they need.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case in this book. Uh, is that's the perspective that his dad has, is this like everybody's on the spectrum. He's not weak. He's just a kid trying to, at the same time, it's like, but if
Yeah.
whether or not you are going to take this diagnosis to heart and how hard you're going to take it, like it doesn't matter if your child has that he's receiving help. And
Mhm.
so, and I think that's like the stopping point for Theo, for his dad, of like, I don't want him to be labeled, but it's like, you're only letting the label have power if you give it
Mhm.
power. Like, it doesn't need to mean anything. He just needs help.
Right.
Uh,
Or too, like, oh, sorry.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say something that bothered me about him was he was like, so his son's not doing good in school. He's not socializing. It's like, but how is my son not smart if he can name all the birds or he can do this and that? Okay, yes.
Okay,
Again,
we're not
not
saying he's
saying
not
he's not
smart,
smart,
Theo.
just
We're saying
saying
he's
he's not
punching
doing his
kids in the
homework.
face.
Yeah, he's not attending a class, he's not doing his homework, and he's punching kids. I didn't say he wasn't smart. Don't put words in my mouth, sir. Like, if I was that man's if I was his teacher, or no, it was the principal. It's like, and two, it's like they were trying so hard to be, like, understanding and to be sensitive, I think, like, they never were like, "Shut up, like, we know better," like, but it's like they're just being, like, matter of the fact, like, also too, it's like that's the law. Like, he's gotta go to school or he has to do some kinda homeschool, like, he can't just be in the woods and color birds. Like, he has to he can't just go and protest. Like, he has to have some sort of an education, that's the law. And it's like, "But my son is special." You're about to get your son taken away because you're not you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Okay,
it's
but
like,
the
"But he's
scenes where
smart."
he like when Theo helped Robin draw little protest signs and then they went stood together, I thought that was so precious. I loved that though a lot.
It was
Yeah.
it was cute.
Like, fight the fucking world. You do
It
it.
was cute. I just wish he was on a mood stabilizer while doing that, you know?
Boy was struggling.
Yeah.
Boy could not draw
Yeah.
enough endangered animals to
Um,
stabilize.
No.
so here's my thing. I think that everything you said is great, but that's not a reality that we can have because people abuse that mindset, and not only abuse that mindset, but also use that mindset as an excuse. Um of like, "Oh, we're all on
Yep.
a like, and then it's a very slippery slope to have that mindset, and I wish we could, because if we could, then that would mean again that we are in like a beautiful society that cares about people with disabilities and cares about people who are chronically ill and this, that, and the other, or marginalized communities and things like that. We don't live in that world. And I think that's kind of where Theo was at, was like this la la world of, oh, we're just all friends and we just hold hands and the world is terrible. But me and my son, we're just gonna live on this little island and not acknowledge anything going on, including my own wife's death. We're not gonna process that at all. Like,
Except we're gonna watch old videos of her and go to the Capitol and protest. Yes.
Ay,
yeah,
ay, ay.
God. And it was just like, it was like a train wreck that I was just watching. But I think here also For me, I really wasn't, and I know your question was about neurodivergency, but can I pivot just a little? Like a small
Do it.
okay. For me, I wasn't even focused mostly on like his neurodivergency of like possible autism or whatever the fuck that was, because to be honest, I was so more focused on his mental health.
Mm,
Because this whole thing of
mhm.
like the experiment, right, that he goes in, is about empathy. Like, and it's about him being able to cope. Like, that becomes a coping skill for him. So he's like, he, feels all these feelings. He doesn't have any coping skills to deal with these overwhelming feelings. And overwhelming feelings comes out as behaviors. I mean, that's just what it is.
Right.
Behaviors are communications for things, for usual feelings that like he can't express. And he's not given these ways to express them because his dad is also not doing coping skills and not feeling his feelings in a healthy way. And so
Mhm.
it's really hard because I I wanted to acknowledge that more, but I was so and I think that was just how my brain went, was like I was so focused on like his mental health and him dealing with like him going in the machine and like and this is where the Flowers for Algernon piece comes in also of like the parallels because okay, spoilers for Flowers for Algernon. Okay, if you haven't read that book, it's old. All right, I don't know what to tell you. Read
Oh,
the book, I guess. I don't fucking know. Read the book. It's old. Um,
oh,
but um, the thing about Flowers for Algernon, he does another experiment, right? And he has an emotion or not emotional, an intellectual disability and becomes quote unquote smart, right? And then the parallel to this is um what the fuck is his name? Robin. Oh my god. Robin, he's already smart, but he lacks the emotional stability, right? So instead of having a tumultuous um relationship with himself, he becomes stabilized, right? And
mhm.
and in the end, Flowers for Algernon also ends in a sad way. But my both of my qualms for this is if someone just like took two, and I know that's the point of the story, right? The point of the story is that he does the experiment. I understand. But if someone just took a sec to like to just have a basic empathy for this child and to take themselves out of it, if his dad would have just taken himself out of it, because that's what it is. His dad had a big ego. His dad didn't want
Mhm,
to
mhm.
admit that his child had a need. And that's really what it is. His child had a need, and he didn't want to admit that because that would mean that he needed help and he was lacking in a parental way. And he had a big ego and he didn't want to admit that. And so instead of dealing with that, he went on this whole long route of doing this experimental thing, right? And he can go on a high horse because he does the whole time of like, I don't want to give my child drugs. What is the drugs going to do? What is an experimental session with your dead wife's brain going to do to your child that you don't even have in grief counseling? You know what I mean?
Right. It's
S-
yeah.
So it's like
It,
that
It's
yeah.
that part just gets so like he just is so blasé about it. And I feel like Theo is really focused on the neurodivergency a lot of like he's so like Ashley was saying, he's so smart and he does this and look how well he's doing. And like even with like the when he does like the experiment and it starts going really well and he's like quote unquote even
mhm.
smarter and blah blah blah. And like basically bordering genius, which again is Lara for Algernon thing. Um but it's just like, but you're not. And instead of taking a beat and being like, I'm just venting now. I think. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'll finish my thought. I'll finish my thought. I'm sorry. Um, but instead of just like even taking a beat and being like, hey, now that he's stabilized, because that's what hospitalization would be, right? Is if instead of taking him to inpatient, he did this, right? Let's say he's stabilized. Instead of like taking him and taking steps to keep that stabilization, he doesn't do anything. He just stays the same. So I'm like, no wonder your kid died because people died of mental health every day. And that's really what this kid died to. This kid died to
Yeah.
parental neglect and mental health. And that's why I
Yeah.
was mad
Also,
at the book. So that was a
Yeah.
long rant, and I'm sorry. And I feel like I derailed us. I'm sorry.
Nah, nah. I mean, that was.
no,
I feel like
this is spot on.
the really what we were like touching at the heart of the book. Uh, that. So yeah, so like he's going through these crazy experiments. So they're trying to. They're like training him to have empathy based on his mother's euphoric brain waves, right? So like they're like, if we can train his brain to match his mom's brain waves, then he'll be good. And he figures out he's really good at this little game, and he figures out how to be really really good at it. And so it does make these allusions to Flowers for Algernon because it's the same premise. It's like treating a human like a lab rat.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't hate me, people. I read Flowers for Algernon as a teenager, so it's been a bit, but I enjoyed it because not I didn't enjoy it, but you know I enjoyed it for what it is as a story and the purpose that it serves, because it is like, you know, you read about it and you're like, oh my god, this is awful, because it's really about like highlighting that like, and it's this is kind of interesting that it's like two very different zeitgeists of the view of disability, and in Bewilderment we're bringing mental health into it, because at the time Flowers for Algernon was published, disability and mental health are not words that could go together, because
Mhm.
people didn't believe that was possible. So I lost my train of thought there, but it's this. I feel like Flowers for Algernon represented this zeitgeist of disability, where there were people who viewed it as something that needed to be fixed or something that was not right with somebody. And so the book Flowers for Algernon like touches on the idea of like, by comparing this disabled person's journey, god, that sounds horrible, my journey, let's get out of the church,
Oh,
but comparing what this person is going through to what you would do to a lab rat, right? So like
right.
anybody would read that book and be like, this is horrible. Why would you do this to a person? And then you're like, yeah, right? Fucking, do you get it now? This is why we don't treat people like this. And so then Bewilderment ties in like the mental health side of it. That Robin can be a complicated human who maybe is neurodivergent and is also experiencing mental health things, because the two go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so then by like making that direct comparison, and by like putting him through these crazy brain experiments to try to get him to have empathy, you read it and you're like, oh my god, this is crazy, why are they doing that to him? And it's like, right, so let's not treat people like they need to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like putting it in this fable kind of way, that when it's in a story, like a person can read it and be like, oh, that, you know, if you like somebody
Right.
read on the news like disabled people have feelings, they'd be like blah 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 blah.
Mm.
Listen, not the people we like, okay. uh but then you read it in a story that you can relate to and you're like, oh, dad.
Mhm.
Now there are a breed of people that aren't going to make a connection, uh but
Yeah.
it's this like, I don't know,
No, I
I lost
totally
my
hear
train
you
of
on that.
thought and where this was going.
No, it makes sense. And like, and I agree with,
Wait.
first of all, there are lots of people who liked Flowers for Algernon. Even in the book club that I was in, there were people who liked it. I have I have other issues with that. That's a whole other day. All right, we don't gotta get to that. But
The things that are in the book are bad, just
yeah,
like the things that are in this book are bad.
yeah.
uh but I think it's for like, for the good.
Mhm.
You know,
No, no, and I totally
bad
that
Yeah.
I
for
agree
the
with.
good.
And it's, I think for me, like, and this is just like I think mostly it was personal taste. And that goes back to, again, personal taste, because there are books that I like that are like that, but they're not sad, they're funny. So like good
Mm,
example is Yellowface. Um, great book. It's very much like this, of like very in your face about it, very obvious, but it's witty and funny. And you're reading from the villain perspective. And it's very interesting. And that didn't bother me as much because I think it was like a buffer. And I think what you were saying earlier, Cass and Ash, actually, about like it just being consistent, and then it built like your frustration builds. Um, and I
yeah.
think that's partially why I'm having so many grievances. Because again, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I was like so overly frustrated. But yes, I agree with you that it does serve a good purpose. Which is why
Yeah.
that's why I gave it 3 stars, because I understood. I understood what it was going for, and I appreciated it. I appreciated it. I think a lot of people should actually read. Oh, I didn't even say if I should recommend this book. I do recommend this book. I didn't even say that. I do recommend this book. I think a lot of people should read it. Unlike Flowers for Algernon, I don't think anyone should read that book. But
Oh,
I don't, and we can talk about that later. But that's a whole other topic.
What
Unless
if
you're
you're
like,
gonna if you want to read Bewilderment, read Spark Notes for Flower. Read it for Algernon at
yeah,
least.
yeah. I think that would be good.
You don't have to purchase it.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
give yourself
right.
a little rundown.
Or read the short story. Don't read the full novel. You can read the short story.
Nah, no.
Or nah, don't do that either, I guess. um,
No, actually, just don't read anything. Stop reading, guys. This is
uh,
anti-book club.
we actually don't read here, clearly.
Yeah.
No.
Would we recommend reading? No.
No.
Stop.
No, but and I feel like I've dogged on this book a lot, but that's one thing I did appreciate. Is I feel like the message of what this book was trying to do was way better. And I think it was way more easier to understand, and I think it's more tangible. And I think it did it in a way that was tasteful. Unlike Flowers for Algernon, I don't think it was tasteful. I think it was um yeah, I just but
Yucky.
yucky. But this book was really really well written and really and done in a positive light. And I made a Flowers for Algernon reference also when we read Again and Again. I
Oh
think
yeah.
yeah, and I think that that's it's
You were like fresh on Algernon at that point.
yeah, yeah, I was. And it's haunting me this year. It's I said I hate that book, and it said bet. I'm gonna be in every fucking book you read for this year. Horrible.
Everybody send Kylie flowers.
Oh my god.
Flowers for Kylie.
Oh no, please don't do that. If you do that, I'm gonna assume you're a stalker and I'm gonna call the police.
Oh,
um no, but like I just feel like this book did do that really well. I feel like I dogged on it for a hot second, and I wanted everyone to know that I really did enjoy this book. 3 stars might have been a little harsh, actually. I might have needed to make it like at least 4. But
Here she goes. Here
no,
she goes.
I should have made it 4. I think I was just
Stick to your guns.
I think no. Okay, well, fine. I'll stick to my thing.
No, okay, this is true. This is true. We do usually have like a post discussion
Yeah,
star rating.
yeah.
I
think.
forget which book. Wasn't it? What book was it?
Mm,
It was
How to Be Both. How to Be Both. Then
yeah.
because I
after the
was like,
distance,
that's a 2, and then we talked about it, and I was like, actually, it's
after
a 5.
no, I feel like after the discussion, we were all like, wait a second.
We were like,
It's
whoa.
better than I thought. Hang on, I understand things now.
Kylie was like, yeah, and then we find out that he's transgender, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, yeah.
What book was I reading? What the heck? How did I miss that?
Which was so funny because that was like a lot of your questions. You're like, I don't understand. And I'm like, well, they're trans. And you're like, what?
I was like, what?
Oh gosh.
I thought
Yeah, that was funny.
he was just a little gay boy. Anyway,
It was just a little
that
gay
the
boy.
prostitutes liked. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
you can come and paint us. That's fine.
Oh
Anyway,
gosh.
Well, because there
Anyway.
was that whole scene that like went over. Like I thought it was a little weird, and I was like, understand it. And then I'm like, oh, because they were touching balls. Okay, I get it now.
I was touching.
Ah,
Yeah.
The way it's described in the book is like so innuendo-y that unless you're like prepared for innuendo, you don't pick it up. But when you go back and you're like, oh, now that this is in context, I understand that sexual.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the book.
Oh God.
anyway,
Okay, so I actually
um,
just found. Oh, sorry, we're gonna say something.
Mm-mm.
I did want to say, coming back to bewilderment, another thing that bothered me about the dad, um, which I see a lot of people like not like. Hold on, I'm losing it. Wait. Oh, okay. Like, for example, someone who might not be around people with autism, they might be like, um, oh, well, like, why bother? Like, why bother trying to teach them to do this and that? Like, they're never gonna, like, I feel like his dad did not have high expectations of him, or
Mm,
it's almost like he didn't want to put the effort. Like, he mentions a lot of times, like, oh, well, his mother always knew what to do. And it's like, it sounded like his mom was the only one parenting because it seems like once she passed away, you had no idea how to even talk to your son or like handle anything. And it's like, yeah, he's going through a lot, but at the same time, it's like you're making it sound like you have no idea what you're doing. It's like, where were you during this time? And I
mhm,
think too, it's like, is it that he's a super genius that's way too smart for school, or you don't want to put the extra effort to make him do the things he needs? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
mhm,
no, that
If
it's
that
still
makes
like
sense.
absolutely. It's like doing the what's easy versus what's right in the scenario
Mhm,
of like he understands his son and he understands what's happening in the brain, and so he's like, why does he need to be able to when I understand and he operates well within our little world? Well,
mhm,
because like he can't exist here forever. And like I've like at my old job, which was essentially an institution, um, like there are a lot of clients that I felt like that with that I'm like, sure, like it's easy for them now and you're making your own job easier by
mhm, mhm,
like just answering to every whim. But in the long, if the goal is for this person to be like their most successful person, like you're hurting them in the long run. And so I think
mhm,
that's what that made me think of and what you were saying with his dad, that like sure his dad gets him and his dad knows how to like he understands what's happening in his kid's brain. And so he's like, "Oh, well then he doesn't to be this way because he's fine the
mm,
way he is." Be like, "He's fine the way he is right now. He's going to grow up
right.
and how are you going to let him be his own person and be independent at that point?"
Mhm.
Taught him the skills to do so.
mm.
Which I found a question that I think
Oh,
might like give us good when I read it I went like, "Oh." Um so it says, "In what ways does the father's profession as a biologist influence his interactions with Robin?"
Mm,
Cuz
mm,
Theo is this like hard science dude, right? He's
mhm.
astrobiologist studying life in space. He's a yes no black white kind of person.
mhm. Can I
So and then his son is very like not.
answer this question?
Do it.
Mhm.
I think that it I think he was so focused on the stars that he could not see what was right in front of him. He
Mhm.
was so
Get your head
focused.
out the stars.
Exactly. He was so focused on his fucking telescope and so focused on his own shit. He couldn't and he instead of seeing things from a human perspective, he saw things through a science perspective. He saw
Mhm.
Mhm.
all the fallacies, which that's what science is. You look at it and you're like, "Oh my god, this is the fallacy. This is what's wrong. This is wrong." And instead of being and in order to combat that, I think he went over the mark and being like, "Oh, everything's fine." oh, no, we're
This
not
is
going to
how
look
it's
at that.
supposed to be. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, the research isn't adding up, sir. The statistics are not making sense. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Hmm.
So and I think it was so to his detriment of like I think it just furthered his detriment because it reminded me the way that he reacted reminded me of a lot of doctors that I come in contact with who Pixie, can you not? God. A lot of doctors are not a lot, but there's a couple of doctors that I work with closely that you can tell they see them as patients and not people.
Yeah, their
And
number, their diagnosis.
yep. And I think that that's honestly what he saw because and I think in the book he honestly is an unreliable narrator to an extent
Mm.
because he's like, oh well, nothing's wrong and and almost like this denial because all he could see was the diagnosis and all he could see was
Mhm.
like a fallacy instead of just seeing his son as his son and taking himself out
Right.
of it and getting him what he needed. I don't know if that made
It's
sense.
also like an account no, it does, and it's also kind of like an accountability thing. It's kinda like it's right, feelings are hard, and for kids who are going through something, it's like, you're not gonna be perfect, but you can't just turn around and be like, "It's everyone else's fault that they just don't understand my son." Actually, you don't understand your son, and you don't care enough to right, it's like, what's easier for you to blame the whole world that they don't conform to your son or
Mhm.
trying to, right, teach your son how to adapt and, like, help him get through his grief? And yeah, because this is hot take, but, like, I think that people should have a better understanding and be more accepting, but at the same time, it's like we can't mold the world around people either. It's like we should all be accepting and understanding, but at the same time, like I don't
Yeah.
know, like for in the instance of this, like you can't expect the world to bend around your son specifically because his mom died and he may or may not have autism. You know what I mean? It's like he's like, oh, they're making him go to school and I could go to jail and I can't believe they're doing this to me. Yeah, dude, it's against the law. Like, whether he has
Literally.
autism or his mom is alive or not, he needs to go to school. Like, the world is not gonna bend, like,
Mhm.
to you or unfortunately to your son. Like, life sucks, but I mean, that's the reality. You can't, like, what? 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 Anyway,
Mhm.
that
Yep.
made me mad
Mhm.
because I was like, that's so crazy to ask the whole world to revolve around you basically, not even your son, just you
Which is
because
such a man thing to fucking do. Sorry.
right.
I'ma say it. That's a man thing to do. Men do that way more often than women. And I'm gonna say that on twitch.tv. You can fucking quote me on that shit, dude.
Wow.
You can
And
quote
I
me on
bet
that shit.
if
Sorry.
and I bet too if his mom was still living, he wouldn't even really care what
Yeah.
would he care that even if he's like, "Oh, my wife will handle it. I don't
Oh,
care." But
tell him.
because you know what
Tell
I
him.
mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
probably what because again, he's like he said it many times like, "Oh,
Oh,
my
if my
wife is
wife
so
was
good with
here.
him."
Yeah, if my wife was here, she would
Right.
know what to do. You should know what to do. It's your fucking kid. What are
Yeah, you're the
you doing?
dad.
You're the
Doesn't mean you
dad.
should have all the answers, but right, like,
God.
what do you mean?
Sorry, I got angry again. God.
No, I was yeah,
It's also like I'm sorry, this is going to sound really harsh. I'm going to sound really harsh for a second. You're not the only fucking person that has lost someone in this world.
right.
The world cannot, and that goes back to what you were saying of the world cannot revolve around you. I get it.
Mhm,
I get it. We're catching you a year after your wife died. I understand, but you are a parent and
mhm.
you need to deal with your shit. Deal with your shit. Go to grief counseling. Deal with your shit. Do
Right.
something. Sorry. I got mad. I got heated again. Let me calm down.
No, I did too, because it's like, I don't know. And it's just kind of okay. No, never mind. I was about to go on a whole tangent, and
No,
I'm
go
not
for
going
it.
to.
Do it. I want to hear it.
Okay,
I want to hear it. Chat
this
wants to
was
hear it.
you guys. Kylie and Cassidy remember this. This is like maybe a
Oh,
year or two,
no,
3
Cassidy.
ago.
Wait.
Oh no,
We've lost
where
Cassidy.
is she?
Oh no.
Oh no,
Cassidy! She's disappeared. Oh my god.
no, she's leading our book club
Oh
today.
my god. It's her book.
We need
Okay.
her.
We should stall. How are we going to stall?
We,
Um.
oh, I'll go on my tangent.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, because it's kind of not a. It is about the book, but kind of not.
Okay.
But there was this
It's better than my idea.
TikToker. Okay, there's this TikToker.
Uh-huh.
This is my. What do you call it? It's like rage or rant of the day.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
should I put that up?
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Also,
go ahead.
everyone, hear me out. Hear me
Mhm.
out. I'm gonna sound very one-minded.
Okay.
Just hear me out.
Yep. Go for it.
I'm being very specific.
Rant of the
So
day is
this
up.
person on the TikTok.
Mhm.
So you know how there's people who will fake diagnoses on TikTok.
Oh, this fucking yeah. Go ahead.
So this person,
Mhm.
they're like, I'm autistic. Look at all my colorful furniture. And then it would be like, here's another video. It's like things I don't like. It's like things touching my neck or tight clothing. She's wearing a turtleneck, by the way, in this video. She's like, oh, tight clothing, wearing a turtleneck. I'm like, okay. Um, and just talking about like day in the life of someone who's autistic. And how hard it is for them. First of all, they're an influencer, probably have a job, they're living on their own.
Mhm.
Like, they're just talking about how difficult it is to be autistic. I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I guess that's their life, they're living, their difficulties, whatever. I'm not gonna. The comments on their video and what they would comment back to these comments disgusted me. It was like all these adults being like, yeah, if you can afford to get a diagnosis, you're privileged.
What the
And I'm
fuck?
like, first of all, y'all
The
are all
hell?
independent adults who live on your own. If you even got a diagnosis, what for what? Because there's no medication for autism. There isn't. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Nope.
There quote unquote there are, but there aren't. Like it's
What are you gonna do?
there
Enroll
isn't.
yourself in ABA therapy as an adult? Like, what
Right.
are you gonna do, dude? And you're
Funny
independent?
side story. Right. It's kind of like if you need that to know that about yourself, that's one thing.
Yeah,
You go
absolutely.
for it. If you need to know that about yourself, do
Yeah.
it.
If you're having
But for
trouble
you to
like
go
coping, like I understand, like if someone has trouble like coping and they're like,
right,
I don't understand why I'm like this, and they need to get a diagnosis, absolutely. Absolutely. Please do
right.
that. Please
And
do
it's
that.
right. Like I'm all for that. Like self-discovery, getting to know yourself better, all for that. But to go and be like, "Oh yeah, if it's really expensive, so if you can get that, you're privileged."
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, tell someone who's nonverbal that they're privileged. You know what I mean?
Literally.
It's like tell someone who has to live in a group home
Mm,
that they're privileged
yeah.
when you have a job and you could drive your own car, go to the store, manage, be completely independent. Go fuck yourself. Sorry, but like
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
that makes
laughing
me.
at Zen.
Oh,
Zen
what is?
said, I've chosen to let my potential autism be a mystery.
You
Sorry,
know,
that's so funny.
there's some things
Welcome
though,
back,
like,
Cass. We were just
Back.
ranting while you were gone.
yeah, we did it.
Nothing,
Yeah, we
nothing to the
ranted.
book. Um,
No,
it was just a fill time while you were gone. So
yeah.
I don't know what just happened. My laptop just fucking blue screened and went meh.
oh,
So I don't know what that was about. Sometimes I feel the need to do that too, but little dramatic.
little dramatic.
So I'm on Andrew's gaming
Oh,
laptop now.
Well, you
So
sound great.
this one I know, it should be much better than my shitty old laptop that I insist on continuing to use when a functional one is 2 steps away from me, but listen, comfort.
You sound great.
It's my thank you.
Yeah. I literally had to actually turn you down because you sounded so good.
You had to turn me down because I sounded so good. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah. Oh, I did not mean it that way. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Be like, "Yeah, Cassidy, it's so your voice is so pretty that I actually had to turn it down."
No, you were just so loud because your mic is better quality, I guess, on that computer.
It is because this computer actually has any source of power, unlike my laptop.
Everyone, tell Cassidy how amazing she sounds, so that way she'll use this computer in the future. Everyone, yeah, Zen says it does sound better. See, do that.
I know. I use
Um.
it more. My computer can't handle much.
Oh
I need to use this one. It's listen, I got it in 2018.
wow,
Don't it's not doing
that's
good.
pre-pandemic.
That's free.
So am I.
Real quick, I wanted to say something, Ashley, about your
Mhm.
what you were saying. That person also is notorious for faking diagnoses. Just so everyone knows, we're bullying a person
Whoa.
who is
Yeah.
Is
a
this
fake. A
I
TikToker.
don't
I
remember.
don't know
It's
if
just
we
some
should
TikToker.
expose her TikTok. I feel like that would be really mean. Um, but she is a fake.
is
Yeah,
this
it's
is this a lady that is presumably faking a physical disability?
No, autism.
no autism.
This
Oh,
is the one
oh
Ashley showed us
golly.
before, who's like super colorful, has all like that pink, like the pink house, basically.
Yeah, it's like, I
Oh.
have this style because I'm autistic. It's like, I guess. Okay. And again, we're only bullying her because she's faking.
Yeah,
Like, she and again, like,
she's faking.
and then she would vlog, like, her journey, and then, of course, she's like, "I had to stop going to this therapist because they said I didn't have autism, and that wasn't validating to me." I'm like, "Or maybe you
Oh,
just don't have autism."
Maybe.
But you
Yeah.
but you gain this following based on you trying to get a diagnosis of autism, and now you're
Hmm.
not getting it, so you
Yep.
have to but then, of course, you're, like, rage baiting
Hmm.
and being, like, just ugly, being like, "Oh, yeah, if you can get one, you're privileged." It's like or maybe they needed the diagnosis to get services,
Literally.
or maybe, you know, it's like, I don't understand why I am socially this way or I like can't handle certain things and it's like okay this can help me understand why and I
Hmm.
can go forward with this
Yep.
not just like different kind of a my apartment is wow I don't like tight clothing but I wear only turtlenecks dumb bitch. And skinny jeans okay
Um,
whatever
no, but what I will
and
say is I want to do a caveat. Is that what that word is? I think so. No healthy person fakes a diagnosis. She
mm,
definitely has something. It might not be autism. Could be narcissism. Who's to say? Not me. I'm
I was
not a
about to say
doctor.
that
Brianna.
we want attention
But healthy or histrionic personality disorder, yeah. People who pretend to have disabilities and illnesses are not healthy. They in fact do have something wrong with them. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Hmm. Well, that's because our medical system's fucked up, Ray. For sure.
yeah
She
Ayo.
I think
and
she
also
was
too again
meaning
like
go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was gonna say too, like, for this person specifically, also with autism, there isn't medication.
Yeah.
It's like you can get services for sure, but it's like again, for this person, it's like they wanted this diagnosis for the clout. Like
Mhm.
they have their own apartment. They, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it was very
Yeah.
obviously clout.
And the
But like
people who are in the comments talking about the privilege is not talking about it from a way of, wow,
I need help.
the
It's
medical system sucks and people can't afford healthcare. That's not from the angle they were coming from. They were
they're
saying it.
coming from
Go ahead.
sorry. No, sorry.
No, I was just going to say they're saying it from a perspective of wow, look at all these people getting all these attention and services that I can't get because I can't get a diagnosis kind of thing.
Right. It's like the attitude is almost like it's like shopping almost. It's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I want that, but I can't afford it or I can't get it because this stupid doctor said I don't have it." Like
Mhm.
that's what it sounded like to
They're
me. It's
saying
kind of
that
like,
getting a diagnosis is hard, kind of like that.
mhm,
Things like that as well.
mhm.
Which it should be hard. Just saying that.
It should yeah, you can't just willy-nilly throw stuff around. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh,
If you don't have autism, it should be hard.
yeah.
Not a hot take.
Right. It should yeah. If multiple therapists are saying you don't have autism, you probably don't have autism.
Mhm.
Give it a rest.
Anyway, we're done with the rant.
Just be quirky. It's fine. Anyway, okay, yeah,
We're
done with the
done with the
rant.
rant.
Sorry.
Cass is back. Welcome back.
A a
Go ahead.
where were we? What was happening? What is
Bewilderment.
this? Right, book
Pixie.
club. Uh,
Sorry.
we are on the same
She's
page.
pissing me off.
Ka-ching.
We're not on the same page.
Um,
We
never.
are now. We are now. Everyone turn to page 420.
Blaze it. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is also off topic. What
Okay.
is the fucking 6-7 meme?
I don't
What is
know.
that?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
anybody
A
know?
teacher, yes, a teacher friend told me.
Okay.
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 So there is this rap song, and in the song he goes 6, 7, and then some kid put that sound over a basketball player who is 6 feet 7 inches tall, and he does this weird thing with his hands. Like you know how people go 6, 7, and they do that thing with their hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what the basketball player does, and I guess kids think that's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And
It's like,
apparently it means
all right.
something else too, like, you know how, like, the
Yeah.
joke is, like, 9 or 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like, "Oh, 6, 7." I don't yeah.
Oh.
I don't
I don't think
understand
it's
this humor.
It's like the skippity toilet thing
yeah.
that I didn't
Yeah.
understand.
It makes no sense, but they've turned it into something. Listen, I could go on like a whole thing about like language and how like essentially we're creating this whole new meme language that doesn't make sense, but it does because people communicate with it. It's
Mm,
crazy. 6, 7. That one I had no understanding of.
I don't know.
Thank you, Ashley, teacher friend.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Yes.
you.
6, 7.
Ah.
Anyway, that just made me think about page number
Mm.
because I was gonna go turn to page 69, and then I thought about how like the new 69 is 67 for some reason.
True.
I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
um, what was the what's funnier than 24?
Yeah.
25. And we thought
I
that was
don't
Is
funny. So
that
really,
yeah.
who's crazy?
is that the number that they say?
Isn't it? In
Mhm.
SpongeBob?
It's they go 24,
24
25?
and 25. Mhm.
Oh, I did not know that.
25.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I was genuinely curious. I didn't know.
Back off Gen Alpha, we invented
Oh.
um thinking dumb things are funny.
Right.
Uh
Oh god.
anyway, so this is really gonna be like the final line of discussion, uh, which we're gonna get into the science side of the book. Because that's a big
Oh god.
theme.
Oh fuck.
That's
Let
a
me see
big
myself out of this
Oh.
fucking shit.
Oh.
because
Oh.
so Theo is an astrobiologist and he is trying to prove that there is life on other planets, and they spend a lot of time a lot of times when Robin can't go to sleep, he tells his dad to uh tell me about a planet, and he invents this planet and tells stories, and um but so all of Theo's work throughout this whole book is grounded in trying to get funding to get this special telescope that is going to help them prove that there is life on other planets. So there's this whole, I think it's mentioned in the book, at least I wrote it on my sticky note from a year ago, but about the Fermi paradox, which is essentially like uh it's the saying like if we can prove there is life on one other planet, then we can prove there is life on every planet. If it's possible twice, then it's possible infinitely, right? Like if it's only Earth, it's only Earth. But if we
What?
find it somewhere else, then it must be everywhere.
I gotta get out of here.
Um
What? What are you saying to me? What are you
okay,
saying to
I'm
me?
gonna listen, I might
What are you
hang on.
talking about? What are we doing?
There are aliens, Kylie. That's what I'm saying.
My God. No.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
Fermi paradox is I'm just straight up reading definition now, just in case I'm
Alright.
wrong. Fermi paradox is based on it's Enrico Fermi, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1938. Woo. Okay, it's the contradiction between the seemingly high likelihood for the emergence of aliens and the lack of evidence for its existence. The paradox has two broad forms. One, why has Earth not already been visited? And two, why is there no evidence for extraterrestrial intelligence at all? So basically, it's like it's not a paradox. It's being like that doesn't even seem like a paradox. It seems like uh it's basically like the questions of like if there are aliens, then why don't we know?
Right.
And it's like I don't know how to tell this to you because we don't have proof. But essentially it's that concept too. How like I don't know if you guys have heard the thing of like there are only there are only two numbers, right? No, there's only three numbers. There's 0, there's 1, or there's infinite. You can have 0 things, you can have 1 thing, but if you can have 2 things, you can have infinite things. Andrew explains this better than me, but
You know what
I
I'm
did
about
my
to
best.
infinitely do? I'm about to infinitely throw myself off a fucking bridge. That's what I'm about to do.
No, so
I can do it
okay,
twice.
listen.
I'm gonna do it infinitely. Yes.
Listen, if you think about it, it makes sense. If
Okay.
you think about
Sure.
it makes sense, right? So if Earth is the only place with life on it, right? It's just this weird thing that just happened randomly, okay? But if there's another place out there that has life on it, like how Earth has life on it, then it's like, what is the likelihood that that happened twice? Low. It's a low likelihood that that only happened twice, but it's a higher likelihood that it's just a normal thing that happens. We just don't know where it all is. You know? It makes sense. It makes sense.
You know what I
Right?
like to think?
Yeah.
Do share, Ashley.
Continue.
I like to think that aliens are just us from the future and they travel back in time.
I've got to get out of here. I'm gonna leave. I'm
And
going
we
out.
can't find
Fuck off.
proof because they just clean up after themselves.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sick of this shit.
or they're
This is
just
the
so
last book club.
crazy. No. I'm oh my god.
Ashley, I
dropped
respect
all
your
my
opinions
stuff.
and your
Thank
beliefs,
you.
but
Thank you.
Not respect your
No.
beliefs.
I said I respect. I didn't say don't. I said I respect. I respect your beliefs, and I believe that you believe that. And that's great for you. Anyway, let's get back to the real things.
Okay, wait a second. No, you can't say no. Hold on. You can't say go back to real things, and your quote unquote real thing is that there's only 3 numbers. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I'm not the one that said that. I'm not the one that said that though.
Okay.
That is not listen, hang on, I'm gonna find it.
Guys, I need us
Wait,
all
hang
to
on,
be so
hang on.
fucking for real
Hey,
right now
Andrew.
that there are more than 3 numbers. I can't. I can't
Andrew.
live in this world right now.
No.
Andrew!
I need us to be so
Can you come
fucking
here?
for real. Oh my God, she's calling it back up, Ashley.
I'm bringing the
Oh.
expert.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm so nervous. God.
Me too, because I'm about to look stupid for the way that I explained this. There are only 3 numbers, 0, 1, and forever. It makes sense.
Let the
Am I
woman
right?
speak.
Am I right?
Ray,
Thank
don't
you.
fucking
Thank
don't
you.
egg this on, Ray. No. God.
No. Because
No.
also, you want to hear another crazy theory? Is
I
that
don't.
here? Listen, because it's the same. Because it's the same level. No, because it's the same.
numbers, 0, 1, or infinity.
Give me like 2 minutes.
God.
Oh my God.
Just okay.
No, hold on.
Listen, I need y'all to realize just because you say listen and right doesn't mean that I'm with you at any point. I need you guys to understand. Both of y'all say that.
Ray's
Ashley's like,
with us.
listen. And
What do you mean?
Cassidy's like, right?
She
And
said,
I'm like,
yes, I do.
no. Oh my God. Okay, say
I'm
it.
never
Okay,
gonna
wait.
trust you,
Listen to this.
Kylie.
Ready?
Okay.
How am I ever supposed to trust you again? What do you mean?
Like,
What do you mean? Right? Yeah. I'm with you, girlie. Yeah, this is like the Regina George where she's like, I love that skirt. That is the ugliest fucking skirt I've ever seen. Kylie goes, right? Yes, queen, you got it. And then she's
Slay.
like, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say this
Before
reminds
you
me
say
of
this,
a different theory I
I
heard.
want you to know. I work with mentally ill people all day. So before you say that, just know
What are you
this.
trying to say?
That's why she feels so at ease with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that. Okay. Anyway, what I was gonna say was
Uh-huh.
that I watched this science show, and they were like, if you put an apple in a box over infinity, it will turn into everything that has ever existed.
What?
Is this
So
like
it will-
talking about?
box?
So this is what they said. They said the apple will decay, and then it's like something crazy, like hundreds of thousands of years later, it will just turn into pure energy because I guess everything comes back to energy, and then it will just turn into everything that's ever existed ever.
So are you saying that us as people, when we decay, we become everything that ever existed? Is that the theory?
Yes,
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
right.
It's a fucking crazy movie. This makes sense to me.
Zed, you
So
can't
that's it.
say
So-
that that's silly, and then also not say that Cassidy's thing is silly. Both of them are silly.
Yeah, what the heck?
No, Zen gets me.
No, both of them are silly. What are we talking
Zen,
about?
tell us.
No. My God.
Zen, how many numbers are there?
No, all of it is. Okay, thank you.
There are 3 numbers, Zen, right?
The same
Right?
person in chat. Thank God.
Right, Zen? There are 3 numbers. I need you to confirm
We're
this.
waiting for a reply.
No, that is incorrect. No,
So-
there are
Thank
only
you,
three.
Zen.
Infinity is a number.
Aliens are just us from the future. Yes.
Oh my
Aliens
God.
are just us from the future. Yes.
This one I'm having a lot harder time validating, Ashley.
Ashley's just
I'm
saying
gonna do this-
Interstellar is real. That's what Ashley's saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing a trick that the
Wow.
kids do at work. They'll just say like, "One tablet?" Yes. We're like, okay, wait a second.
Zen,
You can't just answer your own question.
the 3 numbers that are real are 0, 1, and infinity.
Infinity is not a number. How is that a number? That's all the numbers.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Infinity.
You're gonna you're gonna have a child one day, and they're gonna learn numbers, and you're gonna be like, oh no. One.
0, 1.
One. It is not 3. 3 doesn't exist. It's just infinity.
I hope so.
God.
I hope so.
Mm.
Are you ready?
Oh God.
All right. Andrew's about to explain why there are only 3 numbers.
Okay.
Wait, and you're talking about in terms
0, 1, infinity.
Well, it's not that there's only 3 numbers. It's that those.
All right, I'm already wrong, guys.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
Wow.
What Cassidy is trying to refer to is the notion in cosmology that there are only 3 numbers make sense in the universe, Now that's not it's specifically referring to any given occurrence of something, so it's mostly applied in life. Which is to say, if we found any sign of life anywhere else, let's say in another solar system at least, then life is common, it's everywhere. There's infinite life. Because the only numbers that make sense in the universe, statistically, probabilistically speaking, are 0, something doesn't exist. 1, that it occurred once as a fluke, basically, or infinity. If something happens twice, it might as well have happened an infinite number of times, because if it's
Oh, okay.
probable enough to have happened twice, then it happened many more times. So it's just
Okay.
it's probability stuff.
That makes
That's
sense.
what I said.
So fake
No,
math.
that is not what you
Three
said.
numbers did or didn't exist.
Listen, that's what I said about space though. That there's either no life, not true. We're alive, right? One time. And maybe it happened magical one time. But if it happened magical 2 times, then you're like, might as well have happened forever. So
No.
that's
This is what you
basically
said.
what I said. Don't say that it makes
Basically.
sense just because Andrew.
No, because
said
you
it.
said it like if there's life everywhere. Everywhere is life. And we're like, what?
To be fair,
That's not
I
what I- hang
don't
on.
agree still. So I'm not with you. I'm not with Andrew or you Ashley.
I think you just what?
Whoa.
Don't act
How
shocked.
is
Okay.
control in
Don't act
this?
shocked. You said
If there
aliens
are
were us back in
aliens,
time. You
there
said
definitely
Interstellar was a
are
First of all,
documentary.
that is separate from the numbers.
God.
That is separate.
Ashley's on the like Z plane. We've been talking to XY, and she was like, "What if aliens are time traveling to get to us and they're actually aliens?" Like, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
All
Exactly.
right. Anyway, so this is a big concept in the book, right? It's the Fermi paradox, which is maybe or maybe not the same thing. It might be the same thing, but it's not the same. Andrew says no. Never mind.
Let the woman speak.
Okay. Well, this makes even less sense to me. I did read this. This is what I read. That the Fermi paradox does not make sense. It seems like stupid. This is the thing where sometimes science explains stuff, and you're like, yeah, common sense. Why did you put a name to it? But we love science. We trust science.
True.
That the Fermi paradox is saying essentially, yes, that if there are aliens out there, why don't we know it? And you're like, yes, that's kind of what we're going for right here for me. That there is no proof of it, but it's, I don't know. It's the skeptics, it's the believers, it's whatever. Anyway, big concept in the book is that Theo is constantly trying to he's super fixated on his work and getting the funding for this telescope that is going to help them prove there is life on Earth. So, which spoiler alert doesn't get. God, fuck the government. Where did my question go? How does the science in the novel affect your understanding of the human characters?
I will say that this is also maybe a hot take, but my personal opinion.
Oh no.
I kind of don't care that he didn't get funding because, like,
Ashley said, "Fuck science." Hear that? We're anti-science. Anti-science here. Anti-reading, anti-science.
No.
We don't believe in
Not what I'm
science.
trying to say. No.
Or
Stop putting
vaccines.
words in my mouth. Stop. I am gonna put a map in the chat if you don't stop.
Not a map in the chat.
This is your first and final warning. Let me finish what I'm gonna say. I don't care what he's researching, because in the grand scheme of things, we're talking about the world is dying, all this stuff, and he's like, I want a telescope to see if there's life on Earth. Okay, buddy, your son has got issues, and you know what I mean? Like, and also, hot take, if the genders were reversed, I think if it was like mom had this big research thing, I think she would have gotten a lot more pressure to quit her job than
Mm.
he is. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like she would have been if it was gender reversed, she would have been criticized of being like, why the fuck do you care about this research about if there's water on a planet bajillion light years away when your sun is going through something? What are you doing?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I just think that's really interesting that that was really kind of not touched. It's like, in my mind, I'm like, why the why are you so like, you know what I mean? It's like I get
Mm-hmm.
maybe getting the teaching job and like keeping a job, right? Like you need to have a job. But it's like it's again like I think it's an ego thing for him. Like it's almost like a self-importance thing because I'm like in your life, your personal life right now, like why are you putting this on the front burner? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I don't know. That's just me personally. That is me being critical. And it's like and then I just can't help but think if this was his wife, like he passed away and this was his wife, they'd be like, why are you protesting? Why are you doing all this crap when your son's going through some stuff? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the teacher and the principal kind of give it to
Yeah.
him, but it's like he's just kind of like, no, I need to figure out if there's, and it's not like there's a mission to go and repopulate somewhere else. You know what I mean, too? It's like set in
Mm-hmm.
real world reality, like 2025 or 2024. So it's kind of like we're not planning on leaving the planet. So, like, I think you need to reprioritize. Like, a huge life event happened, and you need to kind of adjust to that. And that's just me being, that's my own opinion
Mm.
about that. I don't know. I also have an opinion
Nah.
of like, if you're gonna have a child, like that needs to be this is also my own opinion, and people don't need to share it and have the same one. That's okay. But for me personally, like if you're gonna have a child, like that child needs to be your number one priority 100% of the time. And that's just me. That's my own opinion. Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, you're raising a human being. Like, no, I don't care
Yeah,
about
I
your
mean it's
research.
like
It's not
it's
important.
not for real. Yeah, for sure. It's not just like a personal responsibility, but like a kid is the kind of a social responsibility too, you know? Like
Mhm.
you not only have a uh what is the word that I'm looking for? You have a responsibility to the kid, but you also have a responsibility to like your society for this kid to be good for the society.
Mhm. And it's like, "Oh, but not to me, because my son is a genius and he can draw birds, and I'm trying to find life on planets." Get over yourself.
They're both, yeah. Dude is fucking coping. He's already done with Earth. He's like, I'm on these planets, and then poor Robin is trying to save the Earth, and Theo's like, what Earth? What is Earth?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give two answers to this question. Can I give two answers?
No,
Okay. Well,
Oh.
you have to give three.
okay.
Actually,
I'll give three answers then.
I'm excited.
All right. So first is gonna be my book club answer. All right. So my book club answer is that he, I, him and Robin are kind of parallel lines. You know,
Mhm.
they both kind of experience life very similarly. Um, and we don't get a lot of like the dad's his growing up and like if he had resources and what was done with him and things like that. So we don't really have that much comparison. But as far as their like curiosity and their pursuit of knowledge is very similar. And for for Theo, this like telescope and sorry, my cat is just being crazy. Pixie. Sorry, she's being a menace. Um, she's literally smacking the shit at me. Anyway, for Theo, like the death of this telescope for him is the death of knowledge. Like his life's work and like it's the death of the pursuit of knowledge and like capitalistic greed taking over, and how awful that is, and how as people it's kind of like how AI is with me. Like I see people using generative AI and I'm like, people are refusing to be creative. They are using it to like make funny videos or draw or things like that, and I'm like, you're not doing it though. Being a human is pursuing knowledge and creating, and that whether that's art or science or whatever, that is being human. And like when the telescope didn't get funding, his son Robin was like, you didn't get the funding? And he was sad for his dad because he understood, because to him, that's the same as his animals dying. And people not caring for the planet and people not pursuing, you know, like learning more about the planet, about the ocean, and like, you know, expressing like and being creative, having creative ways to like solve the problem of animals becoming extinct. And the same thing of like solving the problem of, are we alone in the universe? If we aren't alone, could we get resources? Could we expand, you know, us as people? And so I understand it from that point, you know, like I get that. I get that. Like that's crushing. Your life work, like your life's work is gone, essentially. Like all this hard work that you did is gone. People don't care, just like how people don't care the planet's dying, and it sucks. Okay, that's my book club answer. Okay.
That was a good answer. I liked it.
That
Thank
was a
you.
very good answer.
Thank you.
Well said.
My real answer is I didn't give a fucking shit.
Yeah.
I knew that was fucking coming.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes.
My real answer is I didn't give a shit. I was like, fuck you. Fuck your telescope. I don't fucking care. I don't care. First, I don't care about the science. I also don't care about aliens. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about water being on a planet. We have water on our own planet. Figure out how to get clean water to Flint, Michigan. How about that? Figure out what's in the bottom of our fucking ocean or the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Figure out that. Figure out how we're gonna solve the water crisis. How about you do that? I don't know. Call me Robin.
I agree.
Call me Robin. I don't give a shit. I was pissed off. I was like, I don't care if you're sad about your stupid ass telescope. I don't give a shit. And that's how I felt. So there you go.
I'm crying. I'm crying right now. I don't know if it's laughter or for the science. But I'm crying.
We're anti-science here. No science.
Guys, please help me. Guys, please, somebody. Oh no, God. No.
My third reaction is a big thumbs down. How about that?
Oh, okay.
You can't see it, but I'm thumbs downing.
So hang on. So I want to bring up something that came up in the book that's kind of crazy that we haven't talked about yet, which is the suggestion that Robin is not in fact Theo's son, but the scientist with whom the dead mom used to work with.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes. That was crazy. And I was also very creeped out because that scientist also kind of maybe was trying to connect the dots of like, is this actually my son? And then it turned into an almost weird relationship with him. And
like,
I agree with the dad completely being like, this is very uncomfortable. Like, why are you making these suggestions? You know what I mean?
But it was
it's
almost like he kept trying to convince Theo to bring Robin in for more of these treatments because he was trying to figure out, like, wait a second,
is this my
brain? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
that
then
made
Theo
me
had
extremely uncomfortable.
Theo kept having these big jealousy moments that for a second I was a little like when he'd come up and like get all jealous about it, I'd be like, hang on, dude, you need to relax. But at the same time I was kind of like, this is a little freaky deaky.
It's also kind of like that's also crazy to mourn someone and then find out like, oh, did they have an affair? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that's crazy. And then to be like, oh, this might not even be my son. Like, that is crazy. I don't know. But also it's kind of like, well, you only really cared about that stupid telescope.
Oh,
You didn't even really your son.
That's his real son. That's his
Your
real son is the
your
telescope.
wife was so good at handling him. Yeah, because she was probably the only one doing it. So
mm-hmm.
not surprised, you know. But
To be fair, she also was a lot.
she was a lot.
Yeah, she was, because she was just like, she was also very focused on her career. That these were both very like career oriented humans
wonder
in the
if they
sciences.
I wonder if they knew that having a child was optional. Just throwing that out there.
I wonder
don't
if
have
it
to
wasn't
have a kid.
planned. Yeah,
You don't have to have a child.
maybe he wasn't planned
Probably.
because it could have been the other dude.
Oh,
Because it was the scientist. And then she's like, fuck, I just have to pretend that it's his now. Crazy. It was
I
so
don't
sad.
have any thoughts except my only thought is just like the fucking that guy is a fucking creep.
Yeah, he's a
That
creep.
guy's a fucking creep,
And then-
and I didn't like
And
him.
then to do a documentary, and it's like, again, I think the dad should have. He's also kind of a pushover because he was like, "This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right," and he just let people be like, "No, like this will be good. This will be blah blah blah." And then of course the kid is like, "Oh yeah, I want to be in a documentary. That sounds cool as heck." And it's like, no. And then of course like now that became a whole thing and was detrimental to him, and it's like, yeah, grow a pair. Be like, no,
Right.
I don't want my child to be public. No thanks.
Any chance he had to protect his kid, he didn't take it.
He didn't do it. No.
Any chance he had to put his son first, he didn't do it.
Nope.
And then he would be like,
See?
"But I put my son first." No, sir, you did not.
But
Incorrect.
I didn't want him to throw a tantrum. I wanted him to still like me and talk about planets. Oh, no. What? That's what that was too.
He'd
Is
already
the
given up on Earth. He was gone.
God.
God.
I'm just infuriated again. It's fine.
Good. Good.
I-
What else is book club for? Come on.
So right. You're so right. What else is it
Your
for?
blood pressure raised. Perfect.
That's what I wanted.
but I also wanted to say about the science part. I think this is also my own opinion. I've been giving a lot of my opinion this time, but I
This
think
is book club.
too.
Mm.
Yes, I think also for his science specifically, I can also like. I guess I'm biased because we're in a field where we deal with people, but like a big part of the field I'm in is like, is what you're doing socially significant? Like, are you
Sig figs.
like if you're right, like if you're not doing something that is meaningful and significant to the person you're working with, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like, don't make it practical, make it significant, make it obtainable, like all those things. And I know like he's more research, but it's still, it's kind of like, okay, like cool, we get to know that there's like some sort of life on these planets, but what is that doing? You know what I mean? It's like, it's good to know, like for the sake of knowledge, yes, cool. But am I surprised that you got cut for funding and maybe a program that's doing something about like sustainability or recycling or agriculture or health got more funding? No, I'm not surprised at all. You know what I mean? It's kind of like in the grand scheme of things. Also, like space stuff is expensive, like so expensive. And it's like we could be using that money, like you said, Kylie, to explore the ocean or right figure out real life problems that real people are dealing with. And it's like, okay, but we get to map the sky, cool, but
Ashley,
people don't have drinking water.
Ashley,
you know what I mean?
the pursuit of knowledge,
No,
the human experience is so important. so important to
Well, I can't
learn
experience
things.
life on a different planet, so
How do you know?
I'm not.
How do you know? How do you know, Interstellar?
Well, I won't. I'm talking about our futures humans, and they're
Everyone,
keeping that a secret.
guys, just know that if you see an
They're
alien that looks
here.
like Ashley, it's Ashley from the future.
No, no, I'm not a part of. We are not a part of the future. We're gonna die in the past.
What do you mean?
But these,
What?
because these are
What
like.
kind of theory is this? What kind
We
of
are not a
theory
part of
is
the future.
happening?
We will die in the past.
What are you talking about?
Look,
What?
I'm talking about. Okay.
Ashley, how many
Yeah.
more glasses of wine have you had?
Oh yeah, I
2.
forgot you've had glasses of wine.
Listen,
Ashley, cheers,
Hold on.
cheers to the past because we don't exist in the future.
listen. We,
Yeah.
as a human race,
I'm listening.
we evolved to look different.
Mm.
Whatever. We could probably be in 4D space or whatever.
Oh.
We're not gonna look like. That's why they're so good at hiding. That's why we can't see them, because they're so advanced. And they're like, if you saw us, you'd probably throw up. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying.
Everyone-
If you saw someone from the future, they're not
Actually,
gonna look like
I-
anybody who's alive right now.
I need everyone to vote in chat right now and tell me if Ashley should continue drinking wine during book club. Like every
Well,
book
hold on,
club,
hold on,
Ashley
let me
needs to
finish
drink
this, hold on.
wine.
No.
I really can't wait to hear more about your theory of aliens on a different day.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So good. We'll tune in next time to Space Club, everybody, where everybody supports science.
I won't be there.
Except for me.
More
Yeah, I
or
love it
less.
there.
It's just Cassidy.
Right. Guys,
I just want to
please.
talk about.
Hang on.
future
Shh,
humans.
shh. I'm coming into your ear and whispering to you, please. I need you guys to like science. I need you to believe in space. Please.
Listen, I don't not believe in space. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that.
It's not
I'm
important.
saying that right the fuck now.
I will say, unless you're like mapping out if an asteroid is going to hit Earth, it's kind of not important.
But how are we supposed to have the materials to be able to map that when pursuing it?
I'm gonna be
Hey.
honest. I think we should let the asteroid hit us.
Well, no. See, the thing is, though,
No,
it's like
Ray,
we
I
can't
love
do anything
Stargate.
about it.
No, wait,
We
I
can't
love
do
No,
anything
Ray.
about it.
Wait,
No, Ray.
I love
Ray.
stargazing. No,
Ray.
hold on.
Never take Kylie stargazing again.
Hold on. I know.
She's
Oh,
gonna be like,
I
She
"That's
know.
doesn't like
like-
stars.
I
She
know
doesn't like space.
constellations. No, I don't like
Never
space.
let her look through a telescope because it costed because you spent money on that telescope in order to look at space, which is not worthwhile.
I like space more than I like the ocean. The ocean scares me more.
Yeah,
In theory.
I like the ocean.
No, the ocean is fucking scary, Ashley.
It was terrifying.
Ashley,
terrifying.
the
I
ocean's so
see.
scary.
Space is also terrifying.
Yeah,
Space is
but
way
at least I'll
scarier
die
than-
faster in space. Dude.
I think
Maybe
space
not.
is scarier, but I also like it more than the ocean.
No, the ocean, you'll die quicker.
But the ocean ends, right?
The ocean you would
Space,
You
not
don't know
die
that.
quicker.
Did you know there's
no
another
way.
ocean? Do you know that there's another ocean under the crust?
Don't say that to me.
There is.
What
There's
is-
a
why
whole
would you
other
say
ocean
that?
under.
Actually,
Yeah.
you're putting out these crazy theories right now.
It's not a
Ashley,
theory. It's not
I'm
a
like-
theory.
frantically
I'll
writing
fucking
down notes
Googling
so I can
this
fact
shit.
check you later.
Hold on.
There is an ocean under the first layer. Hold on.
I'm googling it. Under the Earth's crust. I'm fucking googling
Just
this.
based on your track
my God.
record,
What?
Excuse me.
I'm up.
is that
Oh my god.
It's there, isn't it?
is it in the
I was
past or
right.
The funding.
past or future though?
The
Past or future though?
It's
Ashley?
2024. This is from 2024. from the Smithsonian Science Education Center. Okay, the finding
Pretty legit.
published in Science suggests that a reservoir of water is hidden in the Earth's mantle more than 400 miles below the surface.
And it's bigger than all of our oceans. It's like a whole layer of water.
I
Yeah,
really
but it
could have went all
still-
my life without knowing this. I just need to know
It
that.
still has like a measurable mass, right?
Yeah, I would
Does
say so because it's not
space-
going to be
Yes.
bigger than our Earth
Right?
Right.
But
Right.
space just doesn't stop.
that we
But it's
know
far
of.
Think
away.
about
That
I
we
think
fucking
about,
know
you
of.
guys- hang
How do
on.
you know
You
that?
guys
How do
How do you
remember-
know that space? Hold on. No, hold on. I'm gonna use your fucking theory right now. I'm gonna use your theory right the fuck now. Ready? 3 fucking
Yeah.
numbers are real, right? Oh my god, my animals are going
No,
crazy right now because
It's
they're
not that
annoying.
they're.
me.
No, man.
Okay, listen. Sorry, they unplugged my headphones.
Mass.
Huh?
Did you say space has a measurable mass?
No, I said. Hang on.
No, Andrew. No.
Go ahead, Kylie. Go ahead. What are you doing right now? Wait, she unplugged something. What's
I'm
happening?
sorry. My animals
Oh.
are annoying the fuck out of me. They're on one today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
It's 'cause they
Ray,
believe in
yes,
science.
I believe there's creatures, and I agree with you, Ray.
there's no
Okay, sorry.
megalodons that we know of.
Because they're in the second
I don't
deep
want to talk
ocean,
about it. I don't
and
want
we
to talk
can't
about
get
this.
there.
I
Okay,
refuse to talk
Connecting
about this
red
right now.
strings on her bulletin board.
Listen, Linda. Listen, okay. I'm going to use your logic.
That's my mother's name. So.
Okay, I'm going to use your logic about how you say space is this infinite thing and it never stops. I'm going to challenge you on this. You say there's
All
only
right.
fucking 3 numbers, right? Whatever. 0.
I didn't say there were 3 numbers.
3 numbers. There's 3. I'm using your words. There's 3 numbers. First number, 0. Not happening. First number, a second number, 1.
What?
Second number
Okay.
is 1. It happens
All
one
right.
time. All right?
Sure.
And it's like fluke. Okay? Third number, infinity. Because let's say infinity's a number. It's not a number. Let's say infinity's a number. Okay? Happens.
All right.
It can be commonplace. Take commonplace. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
using your theory,
Okay.
there
That's not my
are
theory. Not my theory.
it's Cassidy's theory. She benchmarked it.
just a
She
theory
it's
that I side with.
copywrote by Cassidy. Okay, everyone, we hold Cassidy accountable for this science. Using
Did you say call Cassidy a cannibal?
no accountable.
Accountable. I thought you said call Cassidy a theory.
No. Oh my god, no. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot funnier though. Anyway.
There's a lot of things in the universe that start and stop. A lot of big things. The ocean starts and stops. Our Earth
It's pretty
starts
small
and
if we're
stops.
talking about the universe.
One.
Our nebula and our galaxy starts and stops.
Where?
Our galaxy is the fucking Milky Way. It has a start and a stop. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? It's a start and stop. So that's so many instances of things starting and stopping. So it could mean that it's
You gave
common.
me 2 examples.
No. No, that's all you need. Hold on.
We
Hold
also
on.
don't know.
Hold on.
We also
How
don't
many
know if black
numbers are
holes
there?
start and stop.
How
Black
many
holes.
numbers? Someone look at the chat. How many numbers did I just say? 3 numbers. Two of them are 1 and infinite. And I said more than 1, which means it's infinity. And I only needed to provide 2 examples according to the theory.
Okay, so that just means that there are an infinite examples of things that doesn't end,
Sorry, Ray.
right?
It's just me fucking
Right?
screaming. It's just me fucking screaming. Listen. Well, repeat your question. I'm gonna say it calmly.
Okay,
What'd you say?
so you just provided 2 examples
Right.
of things that have a start and an end.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, which by the 0-1 infinity theory means that there are an infinite amount of things that you could say have a start and an end.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying
Does
space
that
could have an end.
inherently
And then it goes
imply
on
that space
forever?
is one of those things?
Absolutely, because space is a thing. And space is, in
But there are
fact,
plenty of other things you could say. We aren't. It doesn't inherently put space into the category of infinite things that could start or stop,
no, space definitely
right?
stops. It definitely stops.
Where? I'm not talking Harold in the purple. We know that his space stops, but like we're different, right?
No, I know space stops. You want to know why?
I do.
Because technically, space stops from where we learn it from. So we only know that space only
Oh
goes
my
so far.
Oh, brother.
Space only
like SpongeBob. It's not.
Oh, brother.
No, but for
This
real.
guy's
No, but for real. We don't have evidence to suggest that space doesn't stop. We don't have the
You
evidence to
just
say
said
that it doesn't stop.
stopped. You're killing. Okay.
We don't
I
have
think
evidence
we all
that
need
say
to go
that
to
it
bed.
No, hold on. We don't have evidence to say that it doesn't stop, but there are things within space that does start and stop, right? Just like we didn't at one point have evidence that our atmosphere stopped, right? Or gravity stopped, but it does. It does at some point, right? Think of that, but just on a larger scale. We don't have proof of it yet.
You're saying the same thing that the alien guy said. That
Right.
he's like, how do we know aliens are real if we don't know that they're
Exactly.
And Kylie just said, how do we know that space stops if we don't know that it stops?
Exactly.
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 Prize.
Exactly. See, you're with me. You're with me.
Yeah. That's
You're with me.
the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Anyway.
Right, totally. Get it, girly.
Anyway.
Preach.
So Cassie's thing is wrong, and that's all I have to say. Ashley's thing is wrong, and that's all I have to say. And that's all.
pretty rude.
That's all. I just proved it.
I think you're just a hater. You're just a hater.
Whoa, welcome to Hater.
Wait, there is a song that everyone should listen to. It's so good. It goes
I think we're changing the subject.
No, because it is no, because we're talking about being a hater. It is I like the way it feels to be a hater. You know what I'm talking about?
What song is that?
It's so good.
Sing more.
That's such a good song. I don't want to sing more. I'll get copyright. They'll kill me.
Hold on,
I'll
I'll
get
be
in
right
trouble.
back.
They'll kill me. I'll get in trouble. Yeah.
Is this like a 90s punk song?
No, it's recent.
Oh, okay.
It came out in like 2020.
Oh, then I definitely don't know it.
Oh, yeah, I know you probably don't know. Fuck you, Kenzo. No. Okay. I forgot to disable that. Well, Kenzo redeemed jukebox mode. Wow, first time someone's done that during fucking book club.
I'm not seeing a book club.
Wow.
I'm not seeing a book club.
That's the end of book club.
Thank you so much for coming. Kylie's gonna continue on in karaoke. Have the most fun, but I've gotta run.
No, I wasn't gonna sing canceled. Jesus Christ, no. I wasn't gonna sing canceled. You don't have to do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna put a timer on. You don't have to do it. We're gonna wait till Ashley comes back though. For the goodbyes. But I am gonna do this. Not for 39 minutes. 5 minutes. Fine, Kenzo, 5 minutes on the clock. Go. So anyway, space isn't real, and the ocean is scary, and I really feel like I'm allergic to dairy, and maybe, just maybe, we could kill all the billionaires and eat them alive, and maybe we could find some peace of mind, because we can't all feel safe if we don't have enough space to live. And that's my presentation of Space Enough to Live. Space isn't real. How did you like that?
Wow.
I've got to sing another song because I don't know What the fuck? I'm gonna sing. I'm in jukebox mode and Cassidy's not talking to me. So I have to fill the space for 5 minutes. Maybe I should sing a musical. Or I'll scat. Thank you for your support. Jukebox mode for those who don't know, who are listening to the fucking podcast. It's where someone redeems with channel points, and I have to sing for 5 minutes anything I say. Ashley, where are you? I miss you so much. Ashley, come back so we can say goodbye. I really would like to stop this and sing goodbye because I really don't want to sing right now. And it's really sleepy. It's shared with all the spiders, catching things, eating their insides. I don't have any creativity to sing randomly. Oh my god, I still have 2.5 fucking minutes. Cassidy asked me a question. Help! Help! Ask me a question.
I need somebody.
Help!
Not just anybody.
Help!
You know I need someone.
Help!
That's all I know of that song.
Ah! What's a good question? Go. Any question will do.
What'd you eat for dinner?
I ate Chipotle and it was delicious. And I couldn't get this fucking salsa to open. And it's salsa in a jar that was done really well. And I don't know how jars are supposed to open when they're sealed. It's a mason jar and it was sealed really tight and it has homemade salsa in it. And I couldn't eat it with my Chipotle because I'm inept in opening jars. But I had guacamole and a quesadilla and beans and rice. It was really good. And a little bit of Coke Zero, not Coke for my nose. Although I feel like maybe I should start Coke in my nose because life is hard.
Whoa.
Anyway. What is my personal opinion of what the end of space is like? Death.
Oh.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Cool.
30 seconds. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Where do you think Ashley is?
Ashley, come back, baby. I would really like to say goodbye for the end of the podcast. The last 5 minutes are just me singing. And I'm really sad about it. Sing for me.
Sing.
It's over.
Oh.
No more
Yeah.
singing. We're all done. Oh my god, we did do a karaoke stream on Sunday, and my voice cracked like roomies because we were 4 hours in, and they wanted me to sing Golden, and it did in fact
Gonna be golden.
I died. Ashley, what fucking horrible timing! Thanks for coming back.
Huh?
You just missed Kylie's entire solo.
God, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's fine. I
Yeah.
could have ended early. You could have put me out of my misery early, but you were gone for exactly 5 minutes. So
It was kind of
sorry.
perfect.
it's depressing. It's depressing. Anyway, welcome back. We're gonna do our
I'll
goodbyes.
just watch it later. Oh, okay.
Unless you have something else you would like to say.
No.
Okay. We We've been going for quite a while, 2.5 hours.
I know.
Quite a ways.
We have a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own opinion.
Oh.
Ashley says that she thinks that aliens are just space-time travelers.
Mhm.
Hold on. Actually, I should look up what the song is. That Haters Anthem is the name of the song. You guys should listen. It's good. It's good.
Mm.
It's good. Jar Saga. Thanks for the clip, Ray. Thanks. That's me singing.
I did
Oh,
like
thank you,
that mason jar line. That hit the brain differently.
Oh.
My
yeah.
mason jar. It felt like the start of a musical number.
Wow, that means a lot.
It's this like oddly deep thing about a mason jar. And they're like, what's really in it?
They incriminate
Just
me.
like how Waitress is an entire musical about pies, but really it's a metaphor for life.
True.
Let's create a musical about jars.
Sugar.
It's just a metaphor for space.
Sugar. Butter.
Butter. For some reason I wanted to say rice. I really wanted to say rice. Sugar, butter,
Flour.
rice.
I'm rice, dude. Oh, God.
It felt right.
All right, we're ready to end this thing. Ready to
Yeah.
go to sleep.
I think we need to. I
I
think
think we need to go to sleep.
unlike space, this podcast has an end.
It does. It does have an end, just like space. And I love that you brought that up.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. That's all we got. Thanks for hanging out.
Yay.
Thanks for hanging out. Ashley had some wine. I said some hot takes that probably weren't even true, that I probably don't even believe. And Cassidy
Lost my faith in humanity. Please believe in science.
Look, hold on.
Yeah?
We're not saying don't believe in science. I'm just
saying that.
No. I'm saying I didn't care what Theo was studying, and I don't care that he got defunded. I don't think you should not believe in science.
I'm saying
Put your funding into science, folks.
I'm saying that, though. I'm not really saying that. I'm satire, babe. Satire. I'm not really saying that. Everyone who thinks I'm fucking serious right now. No. Unless you're an evil scientist. Unless you're Magneto, actually. Magneto, I love you. I'm your biggest fan.
Oh.
Punch merch, evil incorporated.
Exactly. Unless you're evil and doing science, then fuck you. But,
Right.
like Japan.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, or Elon Musk, that too. Japan, Elon Musk, all that jazz. Absolutely.
And all that jazz.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Great math club today, everybody.
It was Space Club today, I guess. We do still have October's book. It's Cassidy's pick again, which is super exciting. We're doing a Monster Calls. That'll be October 21st. It'll be actually right before I'm gone for a little bit, so that'll be fun. And then next month, Ashley picked The Floating World by Axio, which will be super exciting. We read one of her earlier books. One of her books earlier this year, Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. So I'm excited about that. It'll be a nice little romance book.
Romantasy?
Yeah.
Cute.
December is my Hear Me Out book, which is going to be fucking sad, but that's fine. Crying in H Mart. It'll be our only memoir of the year. So it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. And then we will end the year on 12/12, which will be Bork.
No. Lovin begs to differ.
Which will be our year in review, where we're gonna do PowerPoints and oh god, hold on, oh my god, hold on. Anyway, sorry, my dogs are crazy. Anyway, Jacob's home. Anyway, we're going to be doing PowerPoints about our top books for the year, maybe some hot takes. We might have some fun takes. Who's to say? Maybe I'll talk about space more. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe an entire PowerPoint will be about space. It won't be. And that'll be a good time. We'll probably have like fun drinks. Everything will be all cutesy and Christmassy, and it'll be fun. So, yeah, that's all we got, guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.